Hello everyone, welcome back. Guess we go in here. Or what? Okay, two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from the great trees that camouflage them. Their skin is tree bark, rigid and scaly, wreathed in a curling tangle of roots, buds, and blooms. Their hair hangs between the shade of serrated leaves like the drooping branches of the elms above, and the pupils of their eyes are encircled by hundreds or even thousands of concentric rings, as if to mark the accumulated wisdom of millennia. Oh.
Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. It would pay the debt of his predecessor.
That's not how that works.
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here. Different questions in these eyes.
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says? Or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds?
Let's go with I seek a man who came through here.
There, by his own admission, Sheetha.
Really, sister? And you wonder why your leaves begin to fall out before midsummer? Clearly that man did not want to be followed. Whatever the relationship here, I suspect it is anything but cordial. The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Theos not long ago, and we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why.
He has crossed me. I think that seems a more likely answer.
I like him better now, Sheetha.
Indeed. A kindred spirit, it seems. But that's what this is really about, isn't it? You are tied to him. I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake, and something once buried deep now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end.
I just need to get to Theos.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but Theos cannot give you what you seek. Nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone.
What's she mean? I thought Merwald said. Gaze flickers to you. I'm sorry. Oh, everyone's all sad now. To be chained to such a past, a bitter and grievous thing. So this has all been for nothing, and I'm going to lose my mind.
The soul is formless without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away?
That or kill the man who brought it up.
He is beyond forgiveness, for his deeds are beyond repair. Is that so? It would seem that way to me as well. But if that is true, then the two of you may be connected more closely than you realize. However, as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree, Sheetha?
I would. Were the way not so likely to end in death.
What is it?
The man Theos you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is certain. But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end.
My past comes to me in pieces. How do I unlock the rest?
You might wait for it to come on its own, of course. But when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition.
Or you could learn it from someone who already knows.
Theos. Would he remember?
It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does.
Not that he would tell you, of course.
You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms. The soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Theos's path many times, in many lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why.
The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought.
You said you know where he went.
He has gone down beneath the tower to a place older than we, where the people of Engwith once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, Sun and Shadow.
May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people.
He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came, that much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base, and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile means.
Is there another way to get in? Or to get
We
to
know of one. On the burial isle, through the court of the penitents, Braeth Yaman. A shortcut, in fact.
Don't be cruel, sister. The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court, where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most, it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, it can take you where you want to go.
What do you mean?
The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach Sun and Shadow.
Okay.
The court is old. We do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage.
And what is this corpse?
No more than a ruin now. It is older than we. A place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put on trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below. The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends.
And how would I ever get the gods to help me?
Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
So the only way to get through this pit is to pray for help.
Not the only way. Just the only one that doesn't end with your body impaled on jagged rocks.
I see. And who would I pray to? Any god you can.
I would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope for your sake the feeling is shared.
How do I
Ter
pray?
Evron is also called the Hall of Stars, and the stars show us the allegiances of the gods. When stars are in conjunction, we know the gods they represent are aligned as well. You should choose a place to pray where you'll be closest to those you want to hear you. If a god stands alone, you should pray to that god. If they band together, you should address them all. Choose your words wisely, for all gods expect proper homage, and none has patience for fools.
Huh.
None.
Very well.
What do you wish to know?
Yeah, let's do this
There
one.
is little to be said about us, for we are bound here, caretakers and defenders of this place. Our journey has been over time, but not distance, measured in observations, but not experiences. We have seen the elms grow tall. We have seen cities built, burned, and built again. The only constant has been the tower, a silent companion through the ages. You can imagine why this recent destruction has stirred my sister so.
If you do nothing else, make that man pay for what he did here.
I'll ask this one too.
The same way that you are no doubt able to peer into the ether and experience the souls of others. It is something we are born with, some more, some less. A gift common to many creatures of the wilds. You share certain similarities with the man you pursue. For your sake, I pray they are few and of no consequence.
Okay.
Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
No, he must be destroyed. A just in for a vicious man. Give him our worst.
All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours. And be warned. Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others.
Okay.
May you find an answer to yours.
Hey, major adventure complete. Excellent. Sure, release her.
Hey.
Pray to the gods at Inter Evron. Very well. We shall pray. I guess.
They shall see nothing while I see much.
Keeping an eye out.
Okay. Final Journal of Jonas. I think I've already seen that one, right? Right.
I've never seen anything like this. Almost beats the Southern Lights.
Oh boy. Piercing ring fills your ears as you near the whale's shrine. There's no other response. In the glittering stars of a nearby constellation, you see the grim shape of a skull. Its jaws are open wide as a frozen sunscreen. Horned beast. Faint chill. Okay. Just trying to get a feel here. Snarling hound, fangs bared. Yep. You kneel before the shrine. Prepare to recite the ritual words. Oh. Gallowayne and the Hound's Head constellation when Mars. Ground. So, am I gonna have to read one of these books? Book of the Hunt. Yep. Okay. Does one ask a deer to present itself as dinner? Of course not. One must outwit, outmaneuver, and overpower the deer if one dreams of venison. So it is with the seeker god. To ask a question is weakness, and idle indecision. To seek answers is to understand, and to become one with Gawain. Survival begins with strength from within. To ask a question is weakness and idle indecision. To seek answers is to understand and to become one. But I only strike my students when they ask the second stupid question, for all of us begin young and weak. It is a point of fact, and not one of shame, an essential tenet to Gawain's teachings. Perseverance and cleverness are prized by Gawain above brute force, a fact my young pups often forget. It is right and proper that the strong lead the weak, and it is equally proper that the strong be continually tested until the balance changes. Gawain celebrates the strength of the victor and the prowess of the well-fed predator, but above all, the clever hound celebrates the transformative nature of strength. Gawain's greatest desire for us is that prey becomes predator, mewling babes grow into strong hunters, and the lost find their own enlightenment. Philosophy is best exemplified by the rites of the Amenfoth. When one of the Gawain spiritual leaders is old and nearing death, it is customary to enter the woods and confront Gawain's herald. If the secret god finds that an Amenfoth's life, deeds, and soul is worthy, the reward is a quick death, and his soul joins Gawain's pack. If deemed unworthy, the Amenfoth is killed, his soul forced to find its way to the next life, and his memory erased from the records of the tribe. Survival begins with strength from within, and weak leaders endanger the whole pack. This is Gawain at his purest. Even in the end of life, one must struggle for worthiness, for greatness. Just as one must struggle every day to feed his pack. The secret god is easy to understand if one actively engages in the quest for knowledge, but his secrets are self-occluding to those who merely ask, desiring knowledge without the requisite hunt. My own flesh and blood once asked me, will learning to hunt please Gawain? I told him yes, but added, Gawain would prefer that you hunt to learn. So, survival begins with strength from within, but then there's also struggle as our fundamental nature. Survival? The air around you stirs and a gust of warm wind blows across the back of your neck. You catch the faintest smell of wet earth. As you kneel in front of the shrine, you feel yourself pushed forward. You catch yourself on your hands and knees, feeling warm, damp ground beneath them. Looking around, you find yourself crouched in a clearing in the middle of the woods. The smell of dirt hangs heavy in the air. Behind you is a darkened room filled with candlelit shrines. Ahead, you hear the howl of some kind of hound. You feel certain this is a vision, but the hairs on the nape of your neck still rise. He's all about the pack. Do I howl back? The beast bays in response, his voice high and clear. The thick undergrowth shivers with movement, and heavy paws pound the wet grass. You're not certain if the creature is hunting or leading you, but you instinctively give chase. As you tumble through spackled bushes and clawing brambles, each stride feels longer than the last. You draw lungfuls of crisp, clear air and feel your energy renewed. The rhythm of your stride and the thumping of the beast's paws drive the blood thrumming into your ears. You speed ahead, following the hound's cries, when a split-finger pine crashes to the ground in front of you. A massive bear lunges into the gap and roars. It catches sight of you. You turn and race in the opposite direction, leaping over the fallen tree trunk. Pine cones crunch underfoot. The bear lumbers after you. Its hot breath washes over the back of your neck, filling your nose with the rank odor of slaughter. You see a clearing just past a thicket of broad leaves and sprint towards it. As you break through the foliage, you see a massive lioness curled up in the clearing in front of you. With a last burst of energy, you divert your momentum and hurl yourself into the bushes. Any second now, you expect to feel the bear fall upon you. But a furious roar on the other side of the clearing draws your attention. The bear is stopped at the tree line. It swipes the empty air with claws large enough to rend armor, but it does not advance. The lioness, for her part, twists her body into a tight coil. She growls, her ears pressed against her head, but she makes no move to attack the intruder. Whose idea was it to stand here? What? The heck? You back deeper into the foliage, keeping your eyes on the two mighty predators. As you crawl backwards, the heel of your hand brushes something furred. A warm sigh grazes your cheek. You freeze in place, slowly turning your head to see what waits behind you. 2 amber eyes shine in the darkness. From off to the side, Pallegina whispers a command. If you get the chance to strike, don't hesitate. Okay. The eyes meet your gaze briefly, then turn to the standoff in the clearing. The hound behind you yawns, fangs flashing. When you turn back, the lion and the bear have disappeared. In their place is a stone wolf's maw, gaping wide enough to swallow you whole. Beyond it is the outline of the temple towering but indistinct. Blood must feed the maw, Watcher. See that a true champion reigns. Beyond it is the outline of a temple towering but indistinct. Travel to the stone maw in Galawain's vision.
Hey.
Okay. Raw damage over time, huh? Weakening the target. Let's just do more damage.
Hey.
So now I have to go find a temple. I guess. Linus and the bear wait in a deadlock. They face off but do not fight. Falls to me resolve this stale conflict one way or another. A cave shaped like a wolf's maw in an area that looks like a temple district. I can probably learn more there. Cave shaped like a wolf's maw in an area that looks like a temple district?
Segani, what is it
All
like
right,
not
then.
to see your children for so long? I imagine it must...
Even in Masuk, I'm on the hunt more than at home. But 5 years... It's been a strain.
Then to your good fortune. Ado Vidorio. May you see them all again soon.
There's a cave over here. But is this a temple district? I don't see a wolf's maw, though. But hey, it's a cave. Bear and a lion. Blood sands. Oops. Your sacrifice feeds the land supplicants come forth. Estramore. Your kin doesn't come here to share with the tribes. What do you want? What is this place? I don't think this is it. Alright, well, I guess we look for this next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you.